much. Thank you, all the council members and the city staff. My name is Nancy Floy, and I'm in the 2nd Ward. I'm the founder of the Heartwood Center, and I'm also the president of and co-founder of the West Village Business Association. The Heartwood Center is legally a Buddhist church. It's a temple. There has been an enormous amount of upset and outrage and a huge pushback in our community on the Popeyes. I met with Krissie Harris, our council person, 2 times, and in both those recorded meetings, at her request recorded, she stated that this would be sent to the Land Use Commission. Last night I received an email from Krissie Harris saying that that wasn't going to happen. So the first question I have is why? Why was that decision reversed? Sarah Flax, it's good to see you. It's been a long time. Will this issue be on the Land Use Commission July 9th meeting? Second question, I'd like to know if that's going to be on the July 9th Land Use Commission agenda. Third is the harassment. I was working at Heartwood. A man came into the center identifying himself as a member of the staff at Popeyes. He wouldn't give me his name. He only told me that several members from the city staff told him to come. He was abusive, aggressive, harassing. I had to call the police. We filed a police report. He repeated, screaming in my face, "This is a done deal at Popeyes and you cannot fight it." This is unacceptable behavior. I'm calling to the council members to please look into this. I'd like an investigation of why this happened, who from the city sent him to me. He had my name and he knew that I was opposing Popeyes. Our center, our sanctuary, again, is a Buddhist temple. My fourth point is that I've met with, and I know well, the owners of the property, and they told me that the Popeyes people have been told that they have permission already. I'd like to know who gave them that permission and why we wouldn't be told. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next.
Good evening, Tricia Conley, 2nd Ward. Since tonight's meeting is in regard to Envision Evanston, I'll start there. This has to do with what we're working with in the 2nd Ward, which is a potential type 2 restaurant called Popeyes that wants to come into our neighborhood and join the endless amounts of other fast food in the area. In the draft plan of Envision Evanston on page 11, it mentions the results of a survey concerning economic development. 3 areas mentioned that I think are key responses are prioritize support for small locally owned businesses over large chains, maintain focus on revitalizing key commercial corridors, include provisions for equitable economic growth across neighborhoods. On page 157, it stated, reinforce Evanston thrives. You met with community members and business owners. Last I checked, fast food was not on the list. Listed under specific recommendations for the comprehensive plan on page 157, diversify business types, develop strategies to attract a broader mix of businesses and prevent overconcentration of similar types. We have 5 standards in our code. I'm not going to read them. I will tell you that I think at least 3 of them are strong statements about why we don't want a Popeyes in the 2nd Ward. To wrap this up, we had a 2nd Ward meeting. There was not proper noticing. I say this because it was listed on the agenda as community discussion regarding the development at Dempster Street in Dodge. Well, that doesn't tell us much, does it? The municipal code still refers to DAPR and a public noticing with a public meeting date. Are you going to do this for the administrative hearing now? We need to have a complete detail about what the process is going to be because it was unclear at our 2nd Ward meeting.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Kel Fonda, I'm a 40-year resident of the 2nd Ward in the West Village. And as you've just heard from the 2 previous speakers, I'm here to speak about the fact that we also have a vision in the West Village for change. And Popeyes is not part of that vision. So when we learned, I actually learned from the city manager's report, thank you for that Popeyes was requesting a zoning variance to be there. We never saw notice. We never saw a notice on the building. Nobody in the neighborhood heard about it. So we thought, well, let's find out how people feel about it. So we devised a petition, and it went viral. We have 350 people who have signed this petition in opposition to Popeyes being there. And most of them live in the ward, work in the ward, own businesses in the ward, and do not want a Popeyes in that district. So, and I have the petition, I'm happy to share it, I will put it into the record. My understanding is that administrative review is only for non-controversial projects. This is clearly controversial. There were 75 people in person at Krissie Harris's meeting, 20 people online. I've never seen that many people at a second ward meeting, I'm sorry. But they came because for the majority of them were opposed, that's why they came. This was not a formal hearing. What we would like to ask is that there be a formal process through the Land Use Commission where people can be heard and it can be reviewed. If it goes in favor of Popeyes, fine, but that's the democratic process. And as far as I still know, we still have a democracy in this country. We're losing it quickly, but our ask is that you let this play out democratically. Thank you.